People call me crazy quite often, and to be honest, I never really understood why, what's the reason. So, over the years, I will let you know how my responses have changed, and I think you guys are going to love it. So, when I was, let's say, young as a child, yeah, up until my teens, yeah. So whenever people, I mean, I was always like very direct with my responses and my opinions. So people always called me, "Oh, you're crazy," and I'd be wondering, like, okay, whatever. That's why that was my response when I were younger, yeah. And I would also say, yeah, that's fine, that's your opinion. I've got mine. Thank you very much, and that's it. Because if they were much older than me, then I couldn't really debate with them like. Let's say in lengthy conversations, not because I couldn't myself, because I would always ask question after question after question, but because I could see that they're not going to take me seriously, so why bother? So I just used to leave it. Then I would say a little bit later on, when again people used to say to me crazy, I used to just respond, okay, fuck off then. So most of them they would, because they would see that there's no way that they're going to change my mind, because when I set my mind about anything, and if I say something, I have to be 100% sure. If I'm not 100% sure, then I'm not going to say it. So when somebody disagrees with me, I'm like, okay, fuck off then. You can call me crazy as much as you like. If I think it's the right thing to do, then I'll do it, or I'll say it, or whatever it is, yeah? And then, let's say, up until, I think for about 3 to 4 years, yeah, I'd respond to people, as and when they call me crazy, yeah. You know what? I completely agree with you 100%. I am crazy, so don't fuck with me. Oh, and to be honest, in the last few years, anybody who calls me crazy, I'm like, okay, thank you. But you know what? It takes one to know one, innit? So, fancy dinner with Alpha Woman are the best. And I'll tell you why, okay? All right, so I would say about 12, 13 years ago. Yeah, it has been quite some time ago actually. When I was much younger and very, very busy the whole time, you name it. I was studying, I was working, managing family home, children, managing and helping my family back home. So I was like super, super, super busy. Okay. So quite often, because my friends and my neighbors, whom I used to have around at the time, they could see how busy I was and that I was trying to do everything, alone. So they were so very, very kind. Most of the time they would help me out, with looking after my son, help me out to do sometimes my shopping, like food shopping, help me out, for example, let's say if I needed a lift because I didn't have a car around that time. Yeah, I didn't have a car either. So basically, and also quite often, as and when I had some free time, they'd say, "Oh, come over, have some lunch with us, or come have dinner with us." So I would say they would look after me quite a lot, and I am so, so, so very, very, very grateful. I so appreciate it. From my side, normally I'm quite good at I don't know, if you need to open bank accounts or anything legal or anything to do with completing forms and applications. I'm really good at that. So I would help people I knew and my friends and everyone that I came across in other ways that, or whatever I could help them with. Okay. So again, I think they were appreciating that very, very much too. Nonetheless, let's cut straight into the dinner party. I would say this is the best dinner party that I have ever held in my entire life. And I'll tell you why. So, anyway, so there was a day that I was feeling, you know what, it's kind of a shame. I was feeling a little bit ashamed. So I said, let me hold a dinner party and I'll invite very few friends, you know. Um, at the time, I had a really good friend who was also my neighbor. She lived on the ground floor, and I used to live, you know, just 2 floors above in these private flats in somewhere in North London. And there was another family who lived nearby, who I went quite few times there to eat and drink and spend good time with them. So I was like, let's invite my friend who is my neighbor downstairs, and I'll invite the other family too. So we agreed on a time, on a day, everything was fine. Now, because I was only living with my son at the time, I didn't really have any idea how much food to cook for all these people who were coming. So my friend who was my neighbor, yeah, she said, "Oh, actually, whatever food you got here prepared, it's not going to be enough." These guys who are coming, the other guys, so the other family, there were going to be 2 men, 2 boys, young boys, about I think one was about 8 and the other one was about 10 maybe. But they were boys and they literally ate a lot, which I never paid attention. I wasn't aware. And then there were another 2 cousins who were going to come as well. Their cousins, the family cousins. Both of them fancied me like hell, and I didn't fancy either of them. Nonetheless, one of these guys who fancied me, he thought he's such a charm and that he could, you know, if he tried over and over, he thought he could have me, let's put it that way. And anyway, so I've invited everyone came home, and then basically, again, before we sat down, I decided I needed to buy a few more drinks. So there was a shop very nearby. And I said, okay, before we sit down, I'm just going to pop quickly to the shop and come back. I'll be no longer than 10 minutes. Everybody said, fine, don't worry about it. You can go and come back. And then the guy who fancied me like hell, he was like, I'll come and help you. I said, okay, fine, come. Anyway, to cut to the chase, I didn't fancy him at all, not even for like a one-night stand whatsoever, right? Fine. So he came. As we walk, and for me, I was just trying to be kind because I knew his living circumstances. He was living in a big shared house full of boys, and you know how boys are. They never really take good care of themselves and forget about cooking. And he was certainly not the type who could cook. Anyway, so I was like kind of trying to be kind and nice, and kindly offered him and asked him. I said, look, I never really cooked for you guys, and I don't really know what you guys eat and so on. So if there is anything that you would like to eat, just let me know so we can buy it, eat or drink, you know, we can, so because we're going to the shops, so we can buy it. He looked at me up and down, and then he said, well, what I want, you're not gonna give me anyway. And I looked at him and I said, oh, is that so? I said to him, well, if you promise to only eat it and never do anything else to it, when we get back home on that dinner party, I will put it for you on a plate so you can eat it in front of everybody. Do you agree? And then he looked at me, shut his mouth, and didn't speak a single word. Then he was behaving and being polite. And as soon as we reached my home, I was teasing him then. I was the one who was teasing him. I was asking him, my dear, is there anything else that you would like to eat or drink? I can certainly put it on your plate. Just let me know. From that day on, he never bothered me again, even though I saw him quite often I would say for about another year. I still saw him because he used to come to the area where we live, because he used to visit his uncle, I think the guy was. I mean, this is such a long time ago and I'm not in contact with those people anymore. But yeah, this was like one of the craziest dinners party. So guys, if you're ever going for a dinner party with an alpha woman, be careful what you say, because they might just put it on a plate for you in front of everybody. Then what you gonna do? Ay, 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 that's it. I'll see you guys and the next video. Okay, I don't know. I'm getting a bit overexcited now doing this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please, if you do enjoy, like, share, and subscribe. Select all options so that you don't miss any of the future readings and videos. Take care and goodbye. Why I wear the same black sunglasses for the past, well, let's say about 2 years at least. Okay, so a number of people who know me quite well from social media as well as personally, they've been asking me, why do I wear the same black sunglasses? You know, even when it's not like sunny, and also in the evenings, also in my car. And I literally, apparently people have noticed that I put my black sunglasses on as soon as I leave my home. And I'm like, well, because I like them. That was my first response. Funny enough, as I'm doing this video, I am not actually wearing them. Not because I didn't want to, but because I forgot. Now, bear in mind, London is a massive, massive, beautiful city with lots of people from across the globe. As you can imagine, me being a very, very outgoing person, an extrovert, so I kind of tend to mix with lots and lots of different people, let's put it that way. And let's face it, I would say a number of them, probably the reason why they ask, why do I wear the same black sunglasses, even when it's not sunny, clearly, in my opinion, they have something to hide. So, as and when I'm getting those type of questions, I just pretend, to have a different reason. And I have replied, I like them. Other times I've replied, well, because they're designer and expensive, I want to show off. Anyway, either response I give, no one believes me, and they're right for not believing me. Nonetheless, those people who were kind of questioning it because they were worried, I have actually told a few of them, well, to be honest, with the type of work I do, I need to wear them. But why the same? And what type of work do you do? Oh, well, I do a number of different jobs, for different companies and organizations. So I am required to wear them. I'm guessing some of them probably thought I work for the police. That's for sure, because that's the impression I wanted to leave, and I done a brilliant job. And but let me tell you what the real reason is, so you can have a good laugh about it too. Well, when I bought them, I really like them, and I still like them. To be honest, I haven't really noticed that I do wear them all the time and as much as I do. But yeah, another reason why I wear them is because I keep losing all my other sunglasses. That's number one. Reason number two is that whatever other sunglasses I had, they got broken. And reason number three, to be honest, financially, I haven't really been doing very well in the last, let's say, 2 years. So I would not wear like cheap stuff. Therefore, I just keep wearing the same ones because I like them anyway. But trust me, the main reason why I wear them is because I can't be bothered most of the time to do my makeup. Therefore, putting my sunglasses on saves me a lot of time. And that's the real reason, really. Well, I would say two main reasons is A, because I don't want to spend a lot of money to just buy another pair of sunglasses. And reason number two is because it saves me money from doing makeup, time from doing makeup. That's it. Yeah, absolutely amazing. But you'd be surprised how many people got worried and scared me wearing the same black sunglasses even when it's not sunny. Very long time ago, in the Garden of Eden, there was Adam and there was Eve, spending passionate time together. So Eve said to Adam, "Oh, Adam, eat my peach." The dickhead went to eat the fucking apple. You want to know why successful women nowadays are single? Well, let me tell you in this very short video. Okay, so how successful women date and what questions do they have for their candidates? Well, I'd say questions, but they're more like demands. So, and it goes like this. If you're not earning a minimum of 6 figures, if you don't have a six-pack, 6 inches, and if you don't last at least 60 minutes, goodbye, my darling, because I don't need you. Let me tell you what the real definition of the words "I am single" really mean. Okay, well, if you Google the word, what does it mean, I am single? Well, trust me, Google gonna lie to you, because Google always lies anyway, doesn't it? Especially when you translate from one language to another. Anyway, let's not get so caught up with Google, and let me tell you what is the real definition of "I am single." Well, are you ready? Yes. I've got plenty and I want some more. That's what it means. Yes, you heard that right. When somebody says "I am single," what they mean is, I've got plenty and I want some more. So it's up to you. You decide whatever you want. In this video, I'm gonna share with you some very shocking results. Okay? And I am being honest. I have done a lot of research, and trust me, this is what I got as an outcome. Are you ready to hear why women are overweight? Well, let me tell you the reasons why they are not, okay? That the reasons that does not impact them, okay? So, yeah, a lot of you might think, well, because women are lazy, they don't exercise, they eat too much, they probably have children, they stressed or overstressed, over hormonal or whatever. No, nothing to do with that. And I told you, you will be shocked. So I would say take a very, very deep breath before you hear the results. Why women are overweight? It's because men are fucking lazy. That's why. Men don't want to do anything. They just hang around with their mate friends and, watch football, watch another bunch of men kicking one ball from one side to the other. Yes, you heard that right. Women are overweight because men are fucking lazy. So if you are a man, you better go and get busy with your woman. Keep her fit. Let me tell you how is life in London for a foreigner. All right. So this story happened, let's say about 2 decades ago, yeah? So probably English people weren't as familiar, with foreigners. So I completely understand. So let's see. This is about a home office appointment, okay? And this is an extraordinary story. So please do stay tuned in till the end. All right, so being a foreigner in London, trust me, is so, so tough, okay? I am talking from my experience, the raw experience. I mean, being illegal, it's fine. Well, better than being legal purely because you can get away with loads. And, when you get caught by playing stupid. So, in a way, it's much more fun being illegal than legal. Anyway, enough about what is legal and what is not, because that will depend on whom you ask, right? For instance, it is legal to go to another country during wartime and not be held accountable for killing innocent people. But it is illegal if you travel and go to work in another country, right? Technically, lots of bullshit. So, anyway, before I go completely off topic, as I usually do, let me tell you about my home office appointment letter back in early 2000, okay? And no, it wasn't an interview because I done that few years ago. And they believed my story, all of it, which were all lies, by the way. Okay, but I guess it takes one to know one, right? So that's why they let me in. Oh, trust me, it gets better. This is nothing. Okay, it gets better. So, I read the letter to find out that the appointment is about what the appointment is about, and it read to register my newborn child because I was pregnant, during that time. Okay, and I was like, all right. I'm just like thinking to myself that, home office had all my doctor's letters, including like due date, because I think that's how it was arranged in those days, because I was still registered as a refugee then, so I didn't have like permanent papers to actually stay in the country. So I was just waiting. So anyway, So they had my due date and everything, and they sent me an appointment to register my newborn child, 3 months before. And I was like, I know I'm foreign, but the person who sent me the appointment letter, though, by any chance, do they actually think that women in my country give birth after like 6 months? Or did they think that I'm a baboon monkey? Because baboon monkeys, give birth after 6 months. Anyway, I said to myself, this is probably a system error because a human couldn't be that stupid. So I decided to call home office and I explained to, whoever answered the phone, that I'm still pregnant. Can you cancel my appointment and reschedule because you like send me an appointment 3 months, in advance. And I could speak English very well even then because I did go to school in my country and learned English too, as well as my own language. Anyway, so you are not going to believe what the person said to me. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't like a bad line or I couldn't speak English or anything whatsoever. Nonetheless, I've been in the country practicing English for the last 3 years too. So anyway, the person said to me, do you understand that this is a home office appointment? At that point, I was shocked and confused because I did call to speak to a home office, right? And I replied, yes. And she continues, well, this is a very, very, very important appointment and you must attend. At that point, to be honest, I was speechless, right? So just for a moment, I asked myself, am I actually living in London, the Great Britain? Or did my dodgy boyfriend, or my then dodgy boyfriend, because we're not longer together, or did my dodgy boyfriend lie to me that actually we are in London, but we probably could be somewhere else? I was just questioning myself, I've been living in London for the past 3 years by then, and I am questioning myself because of this idiot on the other end of the line. Anyway, I was also pregnant and all hormonal and it was hot. So anyway, and I was like, I just didn't know what to say. Then I was like, telling myself, no. You are in London, Great Britain, so just agree, to whatever it is that she's saying because I just could not be bothered to continue the conversation with her any longer. Because I noticed that one of us was definitely very, very, very stupid and clearly that wasn't me. So I said, okay, fine. Thank you very much for your help. Then she asks, keep speaking on the phone. Is there anything else I can help you with? In my head, I was like, what? Then I replied politely, obviously, no, you helped me more than enough for today. So bye-bye and thank you. I end the call and could not stop laughing for, to be honest, I don't even know how long, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. God knows how long I was laughing for. Anyway, so there's the day of my appointment. I go to home office and as I enter, I had to show my appointment letter, and obviously, I was guided to which floor and which section, I had to go, right? So, They all saw the appointment letter and what the appointment was about because they were directing me there, right? However, let me say, I probably showed the appointment letter to, let's say, I think between 2 to 3 people. No one asked me where is the baby, but they all read in the appointment letter that this letter is to register a baby. Anyway, I was like, okay. So I do as I'm told, wait here, wait there, whatever, pick up this ticket and whatever, And then I was called by this lovely young boy who was looking rather fancy and very, very fashionable, I should say. He had very what is it called, like very lovely red spiky hair, like long spiky hair, right? Very, very nice. Black nail varnish, yes, and gorgeous black skinny jeans, and he smelled just fab. So he says, come with me. So off I go and follow him. As we sit down, he confirms, with me all the personal details, name, address, date of birth, da-di-da-di-da-di-da. And then he asks me, oh, where's the baby? And I literally at that point just pointed at my tummy, here. So he says to me, oh, but why did you come here to register your baby when you are still pregnant? And I was like, well, I did call and speak to one of your advisors, and she said that, do you understand that this is a very, very, very important appointment because it is the home office? And I said, yes. And I did explain that, well, my baby is still in my tummy and I'm still pregnant. And you sent me an appointment 3 months earlier. At that point, we just ended the conversation. We both laughed. And then it was rather funny because I was asking, now I want money for taxi and for lunch so that I can go home because you have just wasted my time. And that's exactly what happened, which was quite nice. Amazing stories happen in London. Beautiful. This is all for this, okay? So until next time, take care and goodbye.